biker falls in the road which is commonly used. The villagers, they usually they go to the forest, and on the way they meet people to different villages and farmlands. They go and they do all the work here. It is a bad time for this too. They met an elephant. Thank God it never did any harm to these two people. A difficult situation. When it raises, it will come and attack and kill. It stamp the people. It's beautiful. We feel comfortable when we see the things happening around us, but we need to identify some of the places which are beautiful in nature, especially in Karnataka, one of the southern parts that is extreme south to between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. That is Nagar district, which is a real place in the history of Karnataka, because we see so many things, so many happenings in the forest and in the areas, and there are tourism places surrounding the towns, and in the towns of Kollegal and Kundalpet, Chamrajnagar. These are the places which is especially to be considered by the government of Karnataka. We are identifying, and we want to bring the best to the knowledge of to the people how tourism is extremely important and how it happens. Here we go. There are things to notice. Chamrajnagar is a district. There is no specific reason behind of that. But when it comes to Kollegal, it is really a place derived from the names of two hermits, namely Kauhala and Galava, who were believed to be instrumental in the development of Kollegal. And Kollegal, also called Silky City, is famous for its handloom silk sarees industry. From here we can see Malangi Hills in the front. On the left side we can see Kaikudi, that is on to extreme left. Behind of that there is a hill that there is so many houses, that is Bia Hills, because their soligas and all the government has built houses for them. Little further we can find Mutipalya Hills. Little further from that we can find so many soligas houses in that. And one of our friend, he is here. His father is living in this place, so he knows better and he can explain very well in it. Now what you are seeing now, that's Hokinkal Falls, one of the best falls. It is placed in the border of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. This is a beautiful falls. It has a dispute. It belongs to Karnataka basically, but the reason behind of the dispute is the people, those who are able to come and reach the place is Tamilians, because they are very active in each and every corner of our state. So they acquire this place, like they are coming and settling themselves, and they are doing the fish trade and catching the fish and doing all the things. So they are telling it belongs to us. Basically it belongs to Karnataka, and we don't want to go for this clarification, because it's one of the best places you have to be able to see this. This is the best ever. You can get a boat ride, you can eat a fish, whatever it is, and it's a nice place to visit. From Kollegal to Bluff, only 20 kilometers. What you're seeing now, it's a bluff that is called Gaganchuki and Bachuki, because there are two falls are falling, one on to your right, Gaganchuki, and one on to your left is Bachuki. These are the beautiful waterfalls. Before it was falling straight down into the, now it is carved, all the rocks are carved, so it is falling like a river. It is not that steep fall, but anyhow it is beautiful view. And even in this place you can visit one of the place. It's in the bottom of the um, falls. You have to go around on the different corner of the town. From Kollegal you have to enter through Satyagal, and you can come through that way. There is a waterfall, you can go down and you can take bath and you can swim in the waterfall. It is like a beautiful place. Before, when we are small, we used to do a lot of entertainment in this place. Even it is best place for tourists and foreigners, whoever comes. It's nice view. Near to Kollegal, we will find another place, that is Talakadu. It's very close. It's 26 kilometers from Kollegal, and it is 18 miles, nearly 18 to 17 miles. It's a place that is formed out of sands. No one can imagine how come this much of sand is settled down here. It's a huge place. People can walk around. It is a place that is made for to move around, and it's a place for boys and girls to enjoy their time, because it is a place that is made. Even the river water, when you go into the water, you can dance around, you can swim around. Most people, they go to the sea to swim, but actually it is really difficult in Indian seas. But this is the place, better place. You can swim, you can walk around, you can jump, you can do whatever you want. It's the best place. The place what I'm talking about is the Kollegal. Is actually a better place than any other place, because it's surrounded by forest, greenery, and fresh air. Everything is available, but because of the intervention of a human force that is unknown to the nature and its beauty and its requirements. They made the misery to the environment. Today we are suffering with everything, even the animals which it existed. It is giving a trouble to the human force. We cannot live near to close to the forest areas. That's how the problem is creating a issue in our places. So what we have to do is we have to keep the environment where there is a forest. There is a lot of wealth in it. Nobody knows. Even in our places, wherever we are living, even in our gardens, we should plant trees, and we should plant something, and we should preserve that environment. Is really, it's vast, very important to the cultural and basic needs of our society. Today, we are not having any other problem except keeping it and preserving it, because everything we preserve will be lost in a few minutes and few hours. The elephant attacks, it's a common thing, and animals which against when we are passing through the roads and all, it's a problem. Before, I want to give you a little instance when my friend who's standing here, that I showed one clip. His name is Prabha. He is one of the person. His family was staying very close to the forest. Like they they were living over there for about 20 to 15 to 20 years. They never faced any such issues, because when we are passing one time, we are passing through the elephants. You know how many elephants? There are so many elephants was there. We don't know whether elephants is the sound. It's some sound is coming, because even in the forest in the night time, you feel like it's always, it sounds like some of the sounds. So we thought it's the same thing, and we are passing. Next to our footstep, there is elephant is standing. It is not doing anything. We are really scared, but we really enjoy the moment, because we are able to pass through that great difficult moment. It is a wonderful time that we spend when engage. It's a miraculous escape for few today, but it's real life. It is getting together with the animals and the nature that is very important. We bring this to you to understand the knowledge of how we can establish our cultural and our prestigious life that is coming through animals, which keeps our environment safe. Even it eats and it kills and whatever it does, it is really important to the nature. Too many things. It is rich in its sandalwoods. It's all vanished now. We have to make it to grow once again back to the normal position of this forest. And and Kollegal is best to be recognized by the government of Karnataka, because it is a very beautiful place with its falls and its forest, and is covered with hill terrains, and it is beautifully, and it can be recognized as a tourism place. In the jungle, a rock provides water. There is a small waterfalls appear each and every corner. Even if the rain comes, appears. So nice place to see, nice view, and even it is healthier water. You can rank animals, will rank all creatures and all animals will say. Most often they visit these places because in the jungle they don't have any water flow except these guys, and it is a nice view because jungle provides for the animals, and it's healthy and sweeter and beautiful. You'll find Biligi Rangana Betta from Kollegal, that is 29 kilometers from Kollegal. It is 18 to 19 miles of distance, and it is a place which you can recognize as a very beautiful place, one of the artifacts of God. The creation is so beautifully made so that we can enjoy the beauty of it. It is called Biligiri Rangana Betta, that is in Kannada town. It is called Bili, that is the color of the hill called rock. So Bia Hills links the Eastern Ghats and the Western Ghats, allowing animals to move between and facilitating generation flow between populations of species in those areas. Thus, this sanctuary serves as an important biological bridge for the biota of the entire Deccan Plateau. The Bia Hills, along with the Malay Mahadeshwara, that is Malay Mahadeshwara Hills, Hills it's called, range forms a distinctly unusual ridge running north-south amidst the plains of Bangalore. It is above 900 meter to Bangalore and to Mysore 800 meter above. For Krishnagiri it is 450 meters above. The peaks of this lofty range rise as high as 1,800 meters. Bia Hills is above 1,400 to 1,800 meters. Hills, that is Malay Mahadeshwara Hills, that is ranges to 1,000 to 1,200 meter height. The highest hill is Katari Betta at about 1,800 meters. Various observations points to a possible biogeographical link between Bihar Hills and Nilgiri Hills. Biogeographically, the sanctuary is unique. It is located between 11 degree and 12 degree nauticals, and the ridges of the hills run in the north to the south direction. It is a projection of the Western Ghats in a northeasterly direction and meets the splintered hills of the Eastern Ghats at 78 degree east. This unique extension of Western Ghat constitutes a live bridge between the Eastern and Western Ghats, with the sanctuary located almost in the middle of this bridge. Thus, the biota of Biligiri Rangana Betta sanctuary can be expected to be predominantly of Western Ghats in nature, with significant proportion of Eastern elements as well. The hills are located at the easternmost edge of the Western Ghats and support diverse flora and fauna in view of various habitat types. This wildlife sanctuary is around 325 square kilometers, that is 124 to 26 square miles, was created around the temple. It is approximately 1974 this was created and enlarged. It's enlarged around 539 square kilometers. In the recent time it is increased much bigger, wider range. The sanctuary derives its name Biligiri, that the white, from the white rock face that constitute the major hill crowned with the temple of Lord Rangaswamy or from the white mist and the silver clouds that cover these hills for a greater part of the year. The hills are in Elenduru, Kollegal and CH Nagar taluks. It is in between of these. The hill is surrounded by these towns. And even in these towns, we will find so many Soligas. They are the one they were living, and they are they are of that nature. They know the forest very well. When we go, we can ask them. They will help us, give us a come as a guide, and they will take us surrounding places. And it is they know each and every nook and corner of the hill. And it is a wildlife sanctuary, so animals are preserved. It is not allowed to go without the permission of a forest approval, and it is not allowed to walk in the forest because the danger posed by tigers and cheetahs. Actually, the tigers are more dangerous than lion because it is of the nature. It can come and attack any creature if it's hungry. You can see so many dangerous moose in the forests of India, and even here also it is the same thing. From Mysore it is 90 kilometers, from Bangalore it is 160 kilometers. It is one of the best place. The road leading to the village on top of the hill may be approached either from Elenduru or from Kollegal or from CH Nagar. There is another K Gudi is located close to Bia Hills, where there is a safari is allowed. It is same as I said before. We can take permission from the forest officials. That is, they'll approve for the stay if you want. And there are places in the for forest where we can take accommodation, and it's really very expensive some places and very cheap in some of the places. You can choose wherever you want. It's a beautiful place. It's a lifetime visit. You can do it. This clip is produced because in India most people they don't know certain places, so it is a lifetime visit. You can visit these places like Bia Hills, Gaganchiki, Bachiki, that is falls, bluff it's called, and Hoginkal Falls, and different parts like Kundal Dam, and some of the hills nearby. There are so many hills surrounding the town, and you can find different cultures and different temples, especially in Hills. There is a temple, Mahadeshwara Hills it's called, and BR Beligiri Ranganabetta, that is also a hilly station. There also there is temple. If you are a religious person, you can go, and there are places you can visit as well. It's really beautiful, and you can find the culture, like people are plowing, and there is so many paddy fields. Different crops are grown in these places, even in the hilly areas, and the weather is so good. Sometimes it's really hot because it is in the higher altitude.